Sister Wives, Season 17, Episode 15, the first part of the tell-all. Yikes. By the way, it is a voiceover day for me, but don't worry, just imagine me making these faces. That's how I felt when I was watching the episode and even now while I'm thinking about it. Of course, with this being a tell-all episode, a lot of the information we already had, but there were some things that were interesting, maybe surprising, a little bit shocking, and those are the things I want to talk about with you. So I think the episode opens in a pretty interesting way. We see each adult individually getting ready to tape the tell-all, and they're all reflecting on what the tell-all means in this one-on-one format. And Cody goes first. Cody says that this tell-all is going to be a chance for him to basically sit down and talk about his past. So that is pretty self-centered and very on brand for Cody. Mary then shares that the one-on-one tell-all gives people a chance to say some pretty harsh things. And that's funny because we do know that Mary is known for saying some pretty harsh things. Now, it's not in my character to call Robin a liar, but I do think it's interesting that in her reflection on the one-on-one format, she says that Suki is great, but she's going to have a challenging job trying to figure out what the truth actually is. Do I even have to admit this bias? I think you already know that I am rooting for Janelle, and I like that her reflection is that the one-on-ones are hard because they can't rely on each other to help when they don't know what to say. I am also Team Christine, but I have to be consistent here. She does say that the one-on-ones are going to focus on some of the hardest parts of her life, and that is kind of similar to what Cody says. The only good thing is that I do believe Christine will redeem herself and move out of a self-centered space. Of course, Cody will stay there, but nonetheless, they did have a similar reflection on the tell-all. Okay, let's move on to the next interesting moment. This one right here when Suki basically is trying to give Robin a chance to show some sympathy towards Christine. Suki asks Robin basically what would you do? Would you be okay with no intimacy in your relationship? And Robin is very indignant. No, I wouldn't stand for that. I'd march his butt right into a therapist. She goes on to say that if Cody were to try to stop talking to her or not communicate, that she would not allow that. This is just like we talked about in another video. Robin's a boss. She's definitely the boss of Cody. And she knows that if she wants something, she's going to get it. It's just too bad that she doesn't see the other wives don't have that same relationship, and it's clear that she blames them for that. One more interesting moment, and then we'll get to the part that just really shocked me. So in this one, Cody is talking to Suki about a conversation he had with Christine, and Cody says to her, I don't want to be a quitter. And then Christine says, well, if you're not a quitter, then you're a coward. And Cody says this, I'm not scared of anything but poverty. Unfortunately for Cody, this might be a real fear, a fear he's going to have to face soon as the 3 top money earners in his family are going their own way. What is he going to do? What is Robin going to do? And what is the nanny going to do? Now, this is the part that really shocked me. And just before we get into this, remember in the beginning, we talked about Janelle's reflection on the one-on-ones, and she says that it's hard because they can't rely on each other. And it's like, Janelle, y'all can't rely on each other. What are you talking about? You never could do that. But this helps that make sense. Janelle admits that she still has a testimony for polygamy. She still believes in the goodness of plural marriage. So even if the almost 30 years as a member of the Brown polygamy family didn't work out for her, Janelle seems to still have hopes to join a polygamous family and to be in a position to rely on a husband and sister wives. What? Now, this last point of conversation is just sad, but we have to talk about it because it's important. Suki and Mary are talking about how Mary now is hearing that Cody does not consider himself married to Mary anymore, and what does Mary think about that? So Mary tells us a little bit about some conversations that her and Cody have had over the years, and at some point, it was clear to Mary, Cody does not want to be with you anymore, and she says, okay, then Cody, let's make this public. And he says that he doesn't want to make it public because he doesn't want to deal with the judgment of it. But oh my gosh, who was dealing with the judgment for all these past years? Who was getting all that hate on her social media account for the past many years? Mary. And it just makes me sad to think that she was doing that for him. For a chance at him. As always, those are the things that stood out to me in this episode, but let me know what stood out to you. Was there anything just shocking or surprising really interesting? Or is there something you don't want to hear anything about anymore? Let me know in the comments. And if not, don't worry, we're going to connect again. You know, the Browns always got something going on. And there's another part of the tell-all coming soon. I guess not next Sunday. I don't know. But it's coming soon. Either way, don't fret because we will be in touch. There is always something to talk about when it comes to this family. All right, take care. Bye.